You can't cheat and lie on the same day. Oh, come on.
Baby, go love me now, 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 never. Hey, I want you to hold me down, 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 down forever.
It's finally Bachelorette season. Thank God. Amen. I love Bachelorette season. It's my favorite of the two. I don't know. I mean, if you like bring in Paradise and Winter Games, because that happened sometime earlier this year, Bachelorette season is my favorite season, and I'm super excited. I know that I missed the first episode, but honestly, I mean, I can tell you what I got that whole episode, which is that I like Jordan. I don't think a lot of people do, but I like him, and I'm glad he's here this season. I'm so excited to see what he's gonna do. It's a funny guy. So let's not make this video any longer. I'm not trying to go back. I know it's killing me that I can't mention JoJo and Caitlyn and Rachel, but we're just gonna focus on episode dos. Okay, let's get started. Bachelorette's, okay, forget it. So we start off with a group date card, and we know it's too early in the season to know who exactly is on the date card for a group date, but there were a lot of them, and they went to Saddle Rock, Malibu, someplace called Saddle Rock. Saddle Rock Ranch. They went to Saddle Rock Ranch is where they went. Yes. So Becca mentioned that on her season with Ari, can't believe I'm saying his name, he who shall not be named, on her season with Voldemort, her first date, she was pampered with like a whole bunch of dresses and things that she got to keep, which I don't think they let the Bachelorette keep their evening gown, so it's kind of crazy. But she said that she wanted to do the same thing for her guys, even though there's a lot of them. So they all got dressed in tuxes, and they went out to this big field area. And there they met Rachel and Brian. I'm sorry. There they met Rachel and Brian, who look so good together. I can't even. And it's crazy because I used to be a Peter stan, and now I love Brian and Rachel together. And you know, I can admit when I'm wrong. I was wrong, but they're super cute. I mean, Brian looked good. Just crazy because I did not think that before. So basically, they had to do a groom's day obstacle course, because last season with the Bachelorette with Rachel, they had to do like this baby obstacle course, and now I guess they have to do like a husband obstacle course. I don't know. So they went through a whole bunch of things, and right off the bat, Lincoln cheated. I hate cheaters, and it was obvious that Lincoln cheated because they all had to run to a place and they all had a timer on them, and Lincoln got there after some of the guys, yet was finished before all of the guys. They're finished before all of the guys, and like, I don't like that. Why do you have to cheat for an obstacle course on a group date with like 17 other people? Like, this is not the time to cheat. This right here is not the time. Wait, week 5. I'll be like, okay, I see. But not now. Not now. Not during this, not this early on. So because Lincoln cheated, he won. Lucky him. And at the end of the obstacle course, he had to meet Becca at the end, and there he took like a wedding day picture with her, and he was all muddy and had cake all over his face, and it was super gross. But he took the picture with Becca. Becca looked good, so I guess there's that. So later on during the group date, you know, like the cocktail part of the event, right away Lincoln took Becca to like get some time alone with her, and it rubbed all the guys the wrong way. Of course, apparently it was super fast. Like, I'll give you like 2 minutes short, but it was like like right away as soon as they like did a toast, I think. So he sat down with Becca, and one thing that really rubbed me the wrong way was that he said that she brought out the best in him, which kind of confused me a little bit because he just met her, and he didn't get barely any alone time with her. So I was super just confused about what that meant. How does she bring out the best in you? Exactly. She doesn't even know the worst of you. Like, she doesn't know anything about you. I thought that was interesting. And I just knew he was going to be a problem. From that moment, I just knew he was going to be a problem. Because you can't cheat and lie on the same day. Oh, come on. So while they were talking, Becca gave him the picture, like a framed picture, the picture they took after the obstacle course, and he was really excited about it. It wasn't a good picture, but I mean, he was super excited about it. And when they were done talking, he put the picture out on display in front of all of the other guys, which was weird. Really weird. And he was just being super obnoxious about it. He was like talking to the picture and kissing the picture and just really being obnoxious about it. And it was so annoying. I just wish it would end. And all the guys were really upset about it, but especially Connor, who got so upset that he took the picture and threw it outside into the pool, which really upset Lincoln. I guess as it should. And Lincoln ended up telling Becca about it, and he said it was really hurt, that he felt threatened, like physically, I guess. And so then Becca, of course, went and talked to Connor about it, and Connor was just trying to make his case, which I think he did not do a good enough job of it, which, whatever, but Becca was just like, okay, like, we'll see how it goes, basically. Just so much drama on the first night. I actually felt really bad for her, because the first night's supposed to be a good time, like week 5 there should be drama. No, like week 2 there should be drama, but I just felt bad for her, because this is already just a train wreck. By the way, Becca's outfit was insane. Straight fire. She had like this red jumps. It was just good job, Becca, or good job, Becca's wardrobe costume person. At the end of the night, she gave a rose to Jean, or is it Sean? I think it's Jean. I think so. I don't remember, but she gave it to him, the cologne connoisseur, which I kind of saw coming. Their conversation was cute, and they kissed, so I figured she was gonna give it to him. So yeah, lucky guy. Good job, you cologne enthusiast. You. So the next day, you see the guys back at the house, and they're all gathered, not all of them, but a couple of them are gathered around, including Lincoln, who actually started to shed tears because his picture was gone. Like full on tears. This man was very emotionally distraught, and I just don't know how you could have so much feelings about a picture with someone that you just met. And it's not even like a picture he's had for a long time. He had it for like 2 hours, if that. I don't know how long it lasted, but come on, he's so full of it. I can feel it. Crying over a picture that I can't. It's not like it's a picture of your grandmother who just died last March, It's with the Bachelorette, who the whole experience is televised. You will get the picture back. I cannot. So the one-on-one date went to Blake, who I like very much. I think he's super sweet from when they first met after the final rose. I liked Blake, so he got the first one-on-one, which I thought made sense. Starting off the date, Becca didn't know what was going on. She was just as clueless as Blake, and they rode in a limo. They got to this really dingy area, and they met Chris Harrison there, and Chris Harrison was standing outside of this warehouse with a sledgehammer. Me personally, I would have gone the opposite way. They went toward him. Whatever. It's their choice. It's their choice. It's their life. It's their death. It's their undoing. It's their demise. So when they get inside, they see a bunch of things that are related to Ari. They have a sports car that says Ari Jr. on the license plate. They have a bunch of TV screens that are replaying the proposal video over and over again. What else do they have? Oh, they have the gray couch where Becca was broken up with. on, which is, I don't know, that's the same gray couch. How did they move it? Forget it. And then Lil Jon appeared out of nowhere. Like, which, whatever. I don't even know what, like, this, I don't know what the goal of this season is or the theme, but whatever. Lil Jon was there and basically instructed them to just get a sledgehammer and hit everything while he DJ'd. Turn Down for What? I don't know if that was the most appropriate song. Sure, there's sledgehammer songs out there somewhere that would have made more sense, but whatever. They were just like beating everything, and which didn't seem like a fun date to me. Like, why would I want to spend time with you breaking things that remind you of your ex? It was weird. I think it was a thing that Becca could have done alone. I think she had to drag Blake with her, but it seemed like a fun time for both of them. If not a fun time, it seemed like a very, what's the word? Athletic time. It seemed like an athletic time for them, because, you know, that's not easy, swinging a sledgehammer around and hitting things with it. That's a lot of exercise, so they got a good workout in. If nothing else, a good workout. So at the later part of the date, the dinner part, Blake shared with Becca that he also had a very tough breakup and that he was in love with this girl, thought he was gonna marry her, and while she was in the shower, he saw her phone getting text messages from her friends asking her if she had broken up with him yet, which is a truly terrible way to get broken up with. Like, you just have to wait there for her to get out of the shower and be like, hey, what's up? So how was your shower? What is this that I'm seeing on your phone? It's awful. I don't know who I feel worse for, Blake or his ex-girlfriend, because it's a tough situation for everyone involved. I just think Blake's such a sweetheart. Like, why would anyone want to break up with him? Who are you, mysterious ex-girlfriend? And what is wrong with you? Or what is wrong with him? Give Becca a heads up. If you know something, say something. So, of course, Becca ends up giving Blake the rose. Duh. And Becca said that if Blake continued to act like this, she could see him as her husband. And I was like, same girl, same. I thought they were so cute together. I think he's just a sweetheart. I don't know if it's like putting on a show or not, but I mean, I like watching it, that's for sure. I think he's super sweet. And you know, she went in for the kiss, but he like pushed her up against the wall. And I was like, it kind of reminds me of Ari's thing, and I thought we were getting rid of everything about Ari, but I guess they forgot that part. But no, they had a really cute date. I just like Blake. He's super adorable. The second group date card comes to the house, and only 2 people are left off of the group dates this week, and that was Jason and Mike. And you know, I feel kind of targeted. I really like Mike. I really like Jason. I think Mike's funny. I think his long hair is cute. Jason reminds me of like an ex-Disney star. So, you know, I'm rooting for both of them, but they didn't get any dates, and that sucks. Like, their faces were so sad. Their faces were so sad, so I was sad with them. So for the second group date of the week, the guys got on a school bus, this big old yellow school bus, and they drove to like some sort of gym of some sort. It looks kind of like a school gym, but I don't remember. And they basically had to do dodgeball, and they were training with these little kids that were like calling Ari garbage and trash and things. I'm like, why are we putting these kids up to this Ari slander? Is this legal? So they decided to do a practice run at this gym, and Becca was on one side. Basically, she was on the side opposite of Kriston. So the team that Becca was on basically had the strategy to all get behind Becca because the guys wouldn't dare to throw a ball at Becca. Of course not. Except they were wrong, because Kriston really didn't care. He was full on aiming the ball at Becca, which I thought that's pretty crazy. It's definitely, you know what? Okay, let me tell you something about Kriston. This is a guy that takes risk, because if you saw the first episode, Kriston dunked over Becca. Kriston is a what is it called? Harlem Globetrotter. So it makes sense, but he dunked over her, which I feel like best case scenario, he makes it and he looks cool. You know what I mean? Like, it's not a guaranteed rose. It's not a guaranteed first impression rose. He just looks cool. Best case scenario. Worst case scenario, okay, he doesn't make it. And he falls on Becca. And Becca messes up her neck. And now she has to go to the hospital in an ambulance and miss the whole first night of shooting. If that, she's probably going to be in the hospital for a while. I am just saying. Not only will he not get a rose, but he would just probably be kicked off of the show. Worst case scenario. Now, I don't know. I mean, considering the risk and the benefits, I just don't think that it was worth it. But he did it, and you know, it worked, and he did get a rose. So he looked cool and he got a rose, but personally I just don't think it was worth it. Let's just not try that in the future. Like, let's not give anyone else any ideas, honestly. So with this dodgeball thing, Kristen was just aiming it at her, and again, best case scenario, she thinks it's different and it's cool and it's edgy and it shows that they're equals. Worst case scenario, she does not appreciate it, and then you're just sent home. This guy's a risk taker, I have to say. If nothing else I like about him, he is a risk taker and he makes the show interesting, so that's cool. So during the actual dodgeball game, they were at Sky Zone, which is basically a trampoline park. So they were playing dodgeball on trampolines, which sounds not the. I hope they signed some waivers, because that's not. I've done it before. It's actually not easy. I've hurt myself plenty of times. So they're separated into the pink and the green team, and you know, the green team was really good, and the pink team was really bad. Like, they would all just be out within the first like 20 seconds, except for Leo. Leo was always the last one standing. Like, he was pretty much carrying the team, honestly. But you know, Leo can only do so much, so the green team won. So during the after event, like the cocktail event of every group date, you know what I'm talking about. Becca was talking to Wills, and they were having a really nice conversation. Wills looked really unimpressed. Like, I like Wills. I think he's like a nerd. He has a Harry Potter tattoo, which is, I like that. But he looks so like whatever. And I'm just like, dude, like, he was like lounging back, legs all wide and everything. And it's like, what are you doing? But it worked because he got a kiss. Lucky him. And like, it was a good kiss, I guess. I don't want to critique their kiss, but it was good. But the thing is that afterwards, I guess he noticed she was cold, so he was gonna give her his jacket. He took his jacket off, he's handing it to her, and he's standing up. They're both standing up, and you know what, my eyes went straight to the crotch, because I don't know if that's just like his regular bulge. You know, some guys have just a regular bulge, but his was, I've noticed it. I don't know if it's regular, if it was from the kiss, if it's nighttime, I don't know, but it was there. And I mean, it was hard to look at, yet even harder to look away. Does that make sense? Yeah, when he's handing her his jacket, I'm just like, dude, you might want to keep that jacket, my guy. Like, you might want to tie it around your waist and like flip the back to the front. Like, help yourself out, because this is just a strange look. If anything, it just might get him to the fantasy suites. So I see you, Wells. I see you. I like your strategy. I do. So later in the night, Becca talks to Colton. Sweet little baby Colton, who I think is just the cutest little thing. And basically Colton tells her that he, I don't know if he said dated, but dated Tia, when really I think it was honestly just a fun weekend together, honestly. And Becca did not like that at all. She said she felt sick after finding that out. You know, she was really upset about it. Like, I think did she cry? If she wasn't crying, she was definitely close to crying. No, I get it. I mean, honestly, I'd be kind of confused too, because like, why did you and Tia not work out? He said they didn't turn a spark into a flame. I don't know what that means, but you know, he thinks that she just wasn't the one. And the question is why? Because Tia, she's super smart, she's super funny, she's super chill. I like Tia. I thought she was cool, and I mean, I was rooting for her, not as much as Becca or CN, but I was rooting for her on Ari's season. So it's like real questionable, like why did you not want to be with Tia? And I think a lot of things come to mind. I think that maybe he was with her and then was like, oh well, now I'm gonna go on the Bachelorette and be famous and get a lot of Instagram followers, so I can't be with you anymore. Or maybe he was like looking for her and he hooked up with her, and so that he could go to like casting and be like, oh, by the way, I hooked up with Tia. Like, that's a storyline, and it is. So I mean, I understand where her confusion is. It's not like a regular situation where if you date a friend, like, okay, I mean, I'll talk to her about it, whatever. Like, there's so many different motives that he could have had, and I understand. I do. And I can tell that she really likes Colton because she was super upset about it. That's how you know that he's gonna make it pretty far along. That and the promos. So, but either way, you would have known before. Later in the night, Wills ends up getting the group date rose, which I saw coming. But a lot of black guys getting the group date rose. That's interesting. But hey, Becca, do your thing, girl. Do your thing. So at the rose ceremony, Becca's very upset, visibly upset by this news of Colton. Like, she really wanted him to be the one. But she's super upset. The guys are sweet to her, especially Clay. I like Clay. He's super sweet. Some drama lurking in the back, which was that Jordan stole okay, let me figure this out. Jordan stole Becca away from David, the chicken guy, by undressing. He didn't wear any clothes, basically. He had on underwear, and that was it. And he took Becca away. I guess he wanted to show her that he was more than a model and he was more than his suits. So he decided to strip down. He has a nice body. He had nice boobs. Yeah. You could say that was a starting point of when this drama between Jordan and David was gonna start. So yeah, that'll be a recurring theme throughout the season until they both go home, which you know they will. Throughout the night, you know, Becca says that she's still not over the conversation that she had with Colton, and you know, kind of puts Colton on edge. You know, he doesn't look it. He never looks nervous. He's always smiling. Like, you're about to be cut, dude. You might want to put on a sad face. But he kept smiling, which is weird, and you know, just had him on edge the whole rest of the night. But of course, I think he got the final rose. I think he got the last rose. Colton did get a rose, and Becca sent some people home packing, none of which I can remember. I think it was like 2. So I'm just gonna look up their names right now. So Becca ended up sending home Alex, Ricky, and Trent. Found their names, and Alex started crying. And you know what? I wasn't expecting that so early on. And you know, I started crying a little bit with him because I felt bad for the guy. He seems super sweet. Poor thing. Yeah, I did cry a little bit. I was just like, God, no, stay. Send Colton home. This guy cares. This guy shows some actual sad emotion. He's not just smiling all the time. Forget it. Just forget it. Okay, well, that wraps it up for episode 2. Wraps it up. I will post the video next week for sure. You know, sorry I was late, you guys. I don't mean to disappoint any of you. But it's summer now, so you know, everything's gonna be handy dandy. I don't even know what that means. Make sure to comment, like it, subscribe, You know the deal. This isn't your first YouTube video. That was fun, you guys. We should let's do this again. What do you say? Next Tuesday, next Wednesday? Yeah, I'll see you. I'll always see you. That got weird. Thank you guys so much for watching. Yeah, and I will see you next week. Bye.